In this video, we're going to be breaking it down, the beginner's guide to a ketogenic diet. Let's see what this woman's got to say. Is she right? Is she wrong? What's she missing? Is there something I can add to the equation? And let's go and check this out right now. Welcome everyone to my humble life. Now, let's get started on this subject. What is a ketogenic diet, or the ketogenic diet for beginners? But I'm actually going to go and look at somebody else's idea of what this beginner's guide looks like. So let's pull her up. I always find this very interesting because I'm a dinosaur, y'all. I've been around for a very, very long time. So I've seen the trends come and go. I mean, come and go. So let's see if anything that this person is saying is coming or going.
Well, pretty much anything as long as it doesn't contain carbs. So think about foods like meat,
She's talking about what you eat on a ketogenic diet.
red meat, pork, chicken, bacon, and sausage. You can eat nuts and seeds. You can eat low carb vegetables. So think about.
Okay, let me tell you right now. You cannot eat nuts or seeds. These are baby plants. Baby plants are loaded in phytic acid. Phytic acid can rob your body of minerals. Like if you were to eat a nut or seed, go walk 3 miles and poop it out, you're going to grow and sprout a plant because it's going to take the minerals out of your body from the small intestine on its way out. And I saw this actually in practicality because I was watching this Naked and Afraid show, and this guy ate a bunch of tomatoes before he went on his Naked and Afraid journey of it was like 90 days. And he shat and started trying to grow tomatoes from the seeds that he ate. And they sprouted. Okay. No nuts, no seeds. They can be a massive health problem. There's a ton of mold on them and the phytic acid issue. Let's go.
Spinach, asparagus, and
spinach. Now, I pushed the spinach before and started getting oxalate buildup. So I would not say do spinach, especially for those who've done the vegan diet and chocolate and all this kind of stuff. Just stay away from spinach. We can get our potassium from other sources. Definitely.
some of those moderate carbohydrate-containing veggies, onions and peppers may also have a place in your diet because it's not zero carbs, it's just low carbs. So
no,
some fruits.
Let's just take away the whole carbs and no carbs. The red peppers are nightshades, and a lot of people have thyroid issues, so they can block the ability to absorb, I said it, iodine. No. Women who've got thyroid issues do not touch red, green, yellow peppers. And onions caramelize, too much sugar. No, especially when you cook them.
You may find on a keto diet tend to be lower in carbohydrates than fruits like.
What garbage. And this video has like 500,000 views. You cannot eat fruit on a ketogenic diet. Let's specify this again, okay? Okay? You cannot eat fruit. Look at that. It's either there or there. On my screen it's there, but I think when it's reversed when I upload this. You cannot eat fruit on a ketogenic diet. The fructose, the genetically selectively bred hybridized fruit to have more fructose will skyrocket your blood sugar. No, you cannot eat fake nature's candy. You cannot and expect the blood sugar to be stable and your ketones to be viable or even make ketones. Please don't eat fruit. What is this? Berries and the mango. The mango thing is really makes me want to laugh my friggin' head off. No. This so far, she's not talking about no beginner's guide to the keto diet. 500,000 views. Make it make sense.
Mango, pineapple, and bananas. You can also include lots of different oils and fats in your diet. So avocado oil, olive oil, butter, coconut oil, those can all be part of your diet. So when it comes to the list of foods you can't eat, you may think that feels a little bit longer when you decide to.
Coconut oil is not ketogenic. It's not, okay, you need animal fat. We are made out of mono, poly, and unsaturated fats, plus the fatty acid profile and the fat-soluble vitamins you're not getting in coconut oil. Now, if you're having a gallbladder issue, it's a medium-chain triglyceride, short in molecule size, so you do not need so much of a gallbladder to break down coconut oil, which will help you in the short term, but ultimately not put you into ketosis, so do not do that. Avocado oil, all them plant oils are not ketogenic, but they are better than nothing if you've got histamine intolerance or gallbladder issue. I hope you get that. Let's continue.
Start a keto diet because some of your favorite foods, pasta, rice, brownies, ice cream, so anything that's super starchy, anything that's really sweet might not be allowed on keto diet because
I don't think it might not, girlfriend. It's not allowed. I don't understand. Why does she look beige on beige? I don't know. Okay, I'm sorry.
Of the carb intake count. Those are some foods you can eat on the keto diet, but how might it come together at
Girlfriend, you're matching the cabinets behind you. Okay, I'm just playing. Calm down. Calm down. It's late.
mealtime?
Meals.
Now, it helps if you know how to cook and you have a little bit of creativity, but some breakfast ideas on a keto.
These are stock videos. This is not her making the food. This thing's got 500,000 views. Make sense.
Ketogenic diet, beef, having eggs, cheese, and you add some of those non-starchy vegetables in, maybe asparagus.
No cheese. It's high in casein. For people who've got leaky gut, yes, it's an issue. It's an inflammatory issue for those. Plus the cheese today in the stores, it's absolute poison. From A1 cows. No, please do not do that. No. Asparagus is great. So far we got one. And how long are we into this video? 2 minutes and 50 seconds? Okay.
Or a little bit of peppers. A lot of people doing keto may also stray from traditional breakfast foods and have some other meats or avocado for breakfast. So again, instead of putting avocado on toast, you might use avocado as a topper for an omelet or an egg muffin so that you're...
Okay, no egg muffin, but an egg if you don't have histamine response and it's pastured eggs. Yes, I'm being that picky. Calm down. Then an avocado if you don't have histamine response to it would be great because it's high levels of potassium, which she is not mentioning.
Keeping that fat high and those carbs.
No.
And dinner ideas for the ketogenic diet might be putting together things like chicken.
You know what the stupid thing is? Avocados are high in carbs. They're like 13 grams of carbohydrates for one medium Haas avocado. But at the end, there's so much fat and fiber. It takes so long for your body to digest it. It doesn't have a massive glucose spike because, the whole assembly line is like not going to spike the blood sugar. But yeah, no, it's not about avocado fat. It's about the potassium. I mean, should I fast forward ahead? This salad, there's no such thing. No, no.
Chicken salad or a shrimp salad, eating them with full fat versions of
shrimp is lean meat,
mayonnaise or Greek yogurt, serving them with
no Greek yogurt, no mayo. Well, you can make your own mayo. It's really easy to make. It's delicious.
Side of greens dressed with oil. Get creative with different stir fries. Again, using low carbohydrate sauces to put together meals. And instead of...
you can have olive oil, but it oxidizes quite quickly. It's not ketogenic. You can have it. It's not ketogenic.
Serving your meals with rice or noodles.
Did she say rice? This thing had a beginner's guide to the keto diet. Did she say rice? 500,000 views. Oh, good Lord.
Make zucchini noodles or cauliflower.
Oh, okay. I'm wrong. Just once. Zucchini noodles and cauliflower rice. Please don't do all this garbage. Just eat the food whole.
With a little bit of creativity, you can diet that has a lot of different varied fat sources, vegetable sources. Again, trying some of those things for snacks that may be lower in carbs, like berries, paired with something higher in fat.
Berries are sugar balls. They're not elephant balls. They're just sugar balls. What? This is stock footage. She just edited together stock footage with music. 500,000 views. Y'all want to be spoon-fed? I don't know.
like a full-fat Greek yogurt. And then again, sometimes just grabbing a handful of nuts or something like that, which are higher in fat, do have a little bit of carbs, but not a lot. Also, the keto diet may seem really appealing because technically you could eat all the bacon and sausage and cheeseburgers with
cheeseburgers. She's shown a burger with bun. I mean, I don't even want to finish. This is nonsense. What else is she shown in this video? Heart disease. Okay, we're done. Keto. Oh, let's see the keto flu. Because everything she says would create the keto flu. Recommends to do, rather.
Following the ketogenic diet is that as some people enter ketosis, they experience what's called the keto flu. Now, that's exactly what it sounds like. You're truly experiencing flu-like.
No, you don't. It's not like the flu at all. You don't have, no. Keto flu is, let me give you the list of keto flu. Okay. Chronic fatigue, hypoglycemia, high or low blood sugar, chronic dehydration, heart palps, nausea, diarrhea. You're not like coughing and have mucus build up in the back of your throat unless you're having a histamine response from eating mono foods. Yes, it's basically about chronic dehydration.
Symptoms because of your dietary changes. That may be headaches, nausea, fatigue, diarrhea, constipation. You just don't.
Constipation is coming from chronic dehydration. Headaches are coming from dehydration. Diarrhea is coming from either histamine or chronic dehydration. And what's going on with my mom's dog? Lord have mercy. I think I need to take him out. Great. Let me take him out. This sucks. All right. Dale, come down. Let's go before you start peeing in this camper. Yeah, welcome to my humble channel. And go.
Feel great. And now, one way to help reduce those risks of keto flu is to make sure you're really dialing in your water and electrolyte balance as you start.
Wow. Okay. She's got something I agree with. Okay, let's go.
Ketosis, you're cutting out a lot of foods that are in electrolytes like potassium and magnesium and sodium. So you may want.
You're not cutting out foods high in potassium because you can eat avocados. There's potassium in meat and potassium in the cruciferous vegetables. So if you have all three of them, okay.
Want to consider being mindful of making sure you're getting enough of those non-starchy vegetables, like celery has potassium in it, but so do bananas and potatoes, which you're not really going to be eating. So
you're not ever going to be eating them. It's really weird. Okay.
Really being mindful of which foods contain those micronutrients, potentially adding an electrolyte supplement to your water. And
please do not add an electrolyte supplement. That's garbage. Okay. It is processed nonsense. They often use chemicals, preservatives, dyes, flavoring, stevia, potassium chloride. Nonsense. Do not do that. Just go find those foods individually and don't mess with that stuff. Or if you can't tolerate avocado, you can do potassium bicarbonate or gluconate, or actually citrate, which is the most safe on your liver and kidneys. Yes, I know. Chloride, not so much.
Making sure you're staying hydrated.
Don't take element. Waste of money scam.
To help reduce those symptoms. Anecdotally, people say that low carb before they enter ketosis can help them because they're not going from eating a lot of carbs straight to an ultra low carb diet. So
there's some truth to that. That's a whole nother video.
You may want to consider weaning yourself into keto by just on cutting back on carbs, and then just most people eat. The ketogenic diet is.
You guys notice? Let me pull this up. Oh, pull her out. Do you guys notice how she's not talking about actually fat adaptation? Like she said, eat cheese and oils that oxidize, that plaque your arteries, like cooked olive oil. Okay, don't do that. You can do animal fat. So what should you actually eat? You can eat fatty meats like beef, fatty cuts, fish, salmon, sardines. But if you have histamine intolerance, fish is very high in bacteria. No. You can eat beef fat like butter, ghee, tallow, lard, lamb fat. Those are great fats. Your olive oils and coconut oils, you can have them. They're just not ketogenic. They're not. No cheese. An assortment of lovely meat, preferably grass-fed organ meats like liver, heart, kidney, thymus. That's keto diet, high in fat, 200 grams, higher than 200 grams, 200 to 300 grams, moderate to low protein. That's a keto diet. A little bit of cruciferous vegetable for the prebiotic fiber, not any of the stuff that she's talking about. Let me get rid of this tomfoolery. And I'm out. Comment below. Come on, computer. Do you guys still think that a keto diet is those things like berries and nuts and cheese? Comment below. Share this content. My Instagram is Stephanie Ketogenic. Facebook fan page is Stephanie the Business Person. I'm out. And soon I will not be in this corner anymore. I'm so excited. I'm out. Peace. Oh, yeah. If you guys need help, I do consultation. I've been doing this a long time, and I'm good at it. You can sign up at stephanieperson.com. I also run a course where I cover all 3 diets because not everybody can do a ketogenic diet. Who can't do a ketogenic diet? People who got severe gallbladder issues, blockage, stones, infection, blood sugar dysregulation, dysglycemia, hypoglycemia. And some people who've got hypoglycemia, dysglycemia do better on a ketogenic diet. So it is the luck of the draw who develops what kind of system with dysregulated blood sugar. And I'm out. Comment below. Peace. Energy.